with another one. Your boy, Air Joystick, aka Lord Young, aka Cousin Corey. I'm back with another food mukbang review. This time, I went down and hollered at my friends down there at Chipotle. Got me one of my usual bowls. I haven't been to Chipotle in a while. Got my usual bowl here. Look at that. Don't they look good? And I tried out for the first time this little chicken. Well, this little chicken stuff they got called pollo something. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's gonna be in the title though. But this little chicken flavor that they got, and it's been there a couple of months, and I didn't try it because I looked at it and because they wanted extra for it, and I was like, they wanted a little extra. So I just been getting the regular chicken. But I said, they look like they just got a little picante sauce up in there. It look like they just took a little picante sauce and mixed it up in there. And I'm like, man, I'm not finna pay extra for that. Like, I think the regular chicken probably like $8. And I think the pollo thing, I think it might be like $9 or $9.50, something like that, along with the price of the steak or whatever. I got my receipt. Let me look and see. Yeah, pollo asado bowl. That's what it's called, pollo asado bowl. Okay, Jose is my host on my ticket. Thank you, Jose. You did a good job. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you for that bag. She gave me a big bag. Gave me my big bag I wanted. Thank you. But anyway, so we gonna try this out for the first time. Now with my bowl, you know, I get I do the lettuce, I do chicken, sometimes I do steak, and I do brown rice, pinto beans most of the time. I might do black beans sometime, and I go ahead, I try to stay away from dairy, but when I go somewhere like this, I make an exception, and I go ahead and put some cheese on there and some sour cream on there, but I try to stay away from dairy for the most part. And I had some points. I had like almost 1,000 points on my app, on my Chipotle app. So I went ahead and used my rewards and got me a little guacamole and got me a little some of these chips they got, man. You know. And yeah, open them chips up. And cause usually I don't get guac or nothing like that, and usually I get some chips from down the street at my grocery store. We got a local grocery store here in Texas called HEB. They got some of the freshest, best chips you could get. And say I'm always saving money. But let me go ahead and I got my 0-calorie ginger. My 0-calorie yee-hee, Michael Jackson. I ain't gonna lie, this pouring starting to look like a visit to the restroom at my age. Not as good as Canada Dry, but it'll do. And why the grocery store? The grocery store been out of 0-calorie Canada Dry cans for weeks now. What's going on, Canada Dry? PepsiCo? What's going on, Pepsi Company? Get some more Canada Dry 0-calorie in the can back in these grocery stores. Biden? Who did that? Biden? Get that supply chain right and get this guy on Canada Dry up in these stores. Okay? You can't get the gasoline down, at least get the Canada Dry up. Now, what I do is see, I get me an avocado See, I get me some good fresh avocado, and I just take avocado and put it on my, that's what I do with my stuff. That's why I don't really worry about buying the guac, because, I mean, high as they charge for that guac, that dog don't fall on the table. High as they charge for the guac, man, I could just get an avocado and cut that bad boy open and get a good fresh avocado and mix that thing up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, put that right there. That's enough of that. But let me go and dig in and give my evaluation on this pollo asado bowl. Asada. I like the way that sounds. But before I do that, let me let me say a grace. Dear Lord, it's me here. And I'm telling you, Lord, please, Lord, bless this food for my nourishment. Because, Lord, when I was standing in line, getting ready to get my bowl, it was a guy back there, in Chipotle, Lord, back there where they be cooking up the food and stuff. They be, they got the grill back there and they got the chicken on the grill, Lord. Well, this guy, he had his gloves on. And I'm grateful for that, Lord. But I saw, even with his gloves on, he took his hand and did this right here, Lord. He scratched and did that right there with the glove on, Lord. And then he went right back to cooking the food. I would have rather him, Lord, just took his hand out the glove, scratched his head, throw that glove away, and put on a fresh glove. That's all, Lord. But since he did that, Lord, please, I ask, please don't let no dandruff or no lice or crab bugs be in my asada bowl here, Lord. I would prefer the dandruff over the crab if I had to choose. Okay? And Lord, please tell people to stop calling me while I'm filming my mukbang. Please, Lord. In your name, amen. Alright. Let's see what this stuff is about. Okay. Make sure I get some of the chicken. I hope they focus. Okay. I getting the taste of that chicken. I ain't gonna lie. It got good flavor to it. I ain't gonna lie. Hell, it need to. They charging me an extra $1.50 for it. Okay. Boy, I got avocado down. I'm getting all my healthy fat today. I'm getting all my healthy fat. And I'm gonna tell you, if you never tried these chips, they're good, man. They're fresh. Chipotle make them every day. They're fresh. They're really good, man. It's just me, I save a little money. I go down to the local grocery store, H-E-B down the street, and I buy like $1 and something. I get a big old bag. Well, inflation is $2 now. So I'm gonna say this. Right off the jump, I'm gonna say this. Right off the jump, I think the extra $1.50, I think that's how much extra they charge, $1.50. And look, the extra $1.50, man, it's worth it to me. To get, because the chicken is good. It gives it a little zest. It gives it a nice little kick to it, It's worth it to me. if you don't mind paying it. But if you budget balling, you're on a budget, then you could just go with the $8 bowl with the regular chicken. You know, come home, get you some little seasoning or something to put on it or whatever, some paste pecan. That's all it is to me. It look like that's all. Well, from what it looked like they just added some what's the little green stuff called? I can't think of it right now, but that little clemente, not clemente, but the little green vegetable. They just added some of that and a little bit of picante sauce. That's the only difference from that and the regular chicken. Man, it's good. I'm hungry, man. I ain't ate nothing, man, in like 16 hours. No, probably longer than that. Probably 17, 18 by now. How many of you guys, get in the comment, how many of you guys have tried intermediate fasting? Tell me if you tried it and if it worked for you. What's your results? I think I'm trying to get back on my intermediate fasting schedule now. I want to get back on that, man. Get myself back on that. From my experience, when it comes to intermediate fasting, I've done the best at it. I've been better at it and got better results when I was able to get more sleep. When I was in a position where I was able to sleep more, I did better at it. Because most of the fasting window, I was asleep. For instance, like, I would probably do like a 2 to 10 window. You know, where intermediate fasting, you typically you fast 16 hours and out of the day, and then you give yourself an 8-hour window to eat. Then the next 16 hours, so I would do like 2 o'clock p.m. to 10 p.m. at night. That'll be my window where I can eat. And then from 10 p.m. at night to 2 p.m. the next day, I just fast. And you gotta think about it. Most of that time you sleep. You sleeping. It worked the best for me when I did that. But comment. Tell me what you tried. What works best for you? The problem I'm having right now is I don't sleep that much. I don't get as much sleep as I used to get. So, it works better for me. Because when you sleep, you can't be hungry. Or you can't have, I don't want to use the word hungry, but you don't have those urges. Those cravings or whatever. The craving won't bother you or nothing like that because you sleep. Yeah, you really don't be hungry. Just be cravings. That's all. And I got a bone to pick right quick. If you don't mind, if I part away to a personal thing I got that I want to address. I got a personal thing that's been bothering me for months. And it's at the gym. It's at my local gym that I go to. And this morning, I got a big chunk of chicken right there. It's called pollo asado bowl. Asada, folks. That's how you gotta give it a name like this so you can charge an extra $1.50 for it. But at the gym this morning, this is something I'm just gonna put it out there. I know some folks gonna get mad at me, but hey, this has been grinding my gears. I go in the gym this morning, do some cardio today. And I get on the treadmill. When I step on the treadmill, getting ready to wipe it down so I can do my short cardio or whatever. Run on there for a little while. It was this lady, this older lady. She came. Now, we got all these treadmills, first of all, but she came and got on the one right next to me. And this lady, you know, the treadmills are toward the front of the gym. That lady come in and she looked like she came from the front door, like she came right in to do her cardio or whatever. And she had to get on the one right next to me. And let me tell you something. This woman smelled like she had been out in the cotton fields. Or maybe I shouldn't say cotton fields. Maybe I should say she been out somewhere out in the hot sun working for 8 hours, the way that woman, the stench that woman had on her. In other words, she was musty. And this is an ongoing thing that I've been noticing in the gym, where people, I know some people gonna say, oh, it's a gym, what do you expect? People sweating and you doing this and you doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with being musty, man. Stop coming to the gym musty. Okay, some of these people be so goddamn. I understand sometimes, you know, you might get, your smell might get away from you a little bit. You're perspiring. Your deodorant might not be, you know, holding up like it should. But I'm talking about some of these people. They ain't come to the gym and get musty. They were musty before they came to the gym. Cause I remember one brother. Well, I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna stick to the lady at the treadmill. The lady at the treadmill, and if you know you're musty like that, why don't you skip and get off to the... We got plenty of treadmills and stuff around. We got about 2-3 rows of treadmills in this gym. Go get on one of them up. So you know me, she brought her musty butt over there. I thank goodness she came right before I hit the start button. I moved to the next one. I moved over from her. I moved to the next one. And if her feelings are hurt, then I'm sorry, man, but I can't be inhaling all that must like that. Look, man, I know you coming to the gym or whatever, but take pride in yourself, man. Don't be coming to the gym already musty. Don't come to the gym already musty. And see, a lot of people, they just want to, I mean, that was a lady, for Christ's sakes. That make it even worse. That lady musty there, and I'm gonna tell you what I say. If you walk around musty like that, God knows what's going on below the waist. But look, I'm not the type of person that just talk about folks and rant and rave without giving some solutions. So I know it's an economy, we got high inflation and all that. So look, let me give a suggestion. Here goes some economic deodorant that you could get. That's not the highest deodorant, not the cheapest deodorant. You know, if you got musty, if you got that kind of must that beat, don't get no speed stick. If you know you got the that strong must, don't get no speed stick. Don't do that. Okay? You gotta invest in some good stuff and have some, like my grandma say, have some odor about yourself. Now, she's a country, you know, we from the South, so she say odor. Now, it sounds like O-D-O-R. But really, she's saying order. You know, have some order about yourself. That means have some type of self-pride. Okay? And put some damn deodorant on. So I offer suggestion. You can get this Michelin stuff. I saw this stuff on sale for like $4-5. This the roll on, okay? Get you some Michelin. Then for you folks that really stanky and your must is like on a whole nother level, get this right here. Okay? This right here probably be good for my brother. It's a brother in there, real muscular brother, strong brother from the diaspora. I'm gonna go and tell it. Strong brother. But that brother come in there musty every damn morning. And I swear he have the whole back half of the gym stinking. That's how you know you musty. When you got the whole back half of the gym, you got like an odor cloud up in there. Okay? So, with that brother right there, you need this. He needs this one right here. Okay? And then, you know, and I like Dove for men. I like the spray Dove. I like the spray Dove for men. Yeah, act like it don't want to focus. But for you broke people, and it don't matter how broke you is, you better make some money to get some deodorant. Yeah, get some Arm & Hammer. If you can't get the Arm & Hammer, get you some of this stuff right here. And if you can't get that, look, just get a box of baking soda. Hell, I get up. Y'all think I'm playing. Get some of this. If you're super broke, hell, get some of this right here and put this under your arm, okay? And while you're at it, you can brush your teeth with this stuff too. Okay? You don't want to focus. All that money for this camera. There you go. Get you some of that. Okay? So I offer solutions. You know, you can brush your teeth with the baking soda too. But don't be coming up in there man. Take some kind of pride for yourself, man. Especially you men out. I mean, well, the women, you ought to know better as women. You ought to know better. It never fails. Don't be that person in the gym that's got everybody cutting you got everybody cutting their workout routine short. Everybody like, forget this, I'm going home, my head hurting. Don't do that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You probably should take a shower before you go to the gym. You should be showering probably about twice a day anyway, especially you live down here in the South with all this heat and humidity. You should take a shower before you go to the gym. Take some pride in yourself. Don't come up in the gym all musty and crap. Grind my gears, man. And for us men out there, us men, you know, we got to take care of ourselves as men. I know, let me tell you something. Being stanky is not masculine. Let me repeat that again for us men out here. Being stanky and musty is not associated with masculinity. In my opinion, no, forget it. This is the fact. Not just my opinion. I bet women will agree with me on this. Part of being masculine is being well groomed. That means taking a shower and having some good fresh deodorant on. And really, you should put some cologne on every time you get out the shower anyway. That should be mandatory. I wish I was in my car right now. If I was in my car, I could pull out this little bottle of Curve. This little cheap little bottle, Liz Claiborne Curve. Been around forever. You get it at Ross, Marshall for like $10, $20. But that's just something you could throw on when you go to the gym, man. You're going to sweat it off anyway. But when it comes to the gym, us men, we really should look into the musk cologne. There are different musk cologne that you can get that really kind of meshes well with your body, with your sweat and everything that come off your body. So a good musk cologne is probably good for the gym. But yes, I say that you should wear cologne, men, us men, we should wear cologne when you go to the gym. You should wear cologne when you go everywhere. It's about just stepping out the door, you know, being fresh, you know. Okay, I've had my rant. Back to the pollo asado bowl. And man, like, that's another thing. So I'm doggone near full. And I'm just halfway through the bowl. And see, that's another thing. Like, when it comes to places like Chipotle and stuff like that, your portions vary on who fixing your bowl. Sometimes you got people that are real stingy when it comes to fixing the bowl. They fixing the bowl, they act like it's their food that they serving you or something. Like the food come out they check or something. So from my experience, when I go to a place like Chipotle, I've had people that really bless me with portions. And then I have other people that barely put anything on. Sometimes I have to tell them, like, man, can you put a little more rice in there? My God. Sometimes it might just be teenagers. You know, so some of the teenagers, they had a little attitude. And that's understandable. But on the other side of that, I've had people who will be in front of me holding the line up that's being too meticulous about, okay, I want you to give me half, I want you to give me half of a scoop of brown rice, half, 1/4 of a scoop of white rice, 2 pinto beans, and 10 black beans. I want a sprinkle of chicken. Okay? I want 1 dropple of queso dip. I want a droplet of queso dip. Like, you know, people get up there and they get all being all precise and all meticulous about a dang on bowl, holding up the line. So I hate people like that. You ever had somebody like that in line in front of you in Chipotle? Or not just Chipotle, any place. They are the worst. They are the worst, man. Can you hear me chew? Don't worry, I'm getting a new microphone. Top of the line Rode microphone. I'm gonna put it right here so you can hear me chew. Do some ASMR. Would you like that? Would you like that? You like that, won't you? You like to see me do some ASMR, wouldn't you? You dirty bums. You dirty bums. You love to see me do. Ooh, and see, I get that microphone, I do that. When I get that microphone, you can hear me do that. ASMR. Yeah, them chips will fill you up, won't they? Man. It might be that avocado and the guacamole filling me up. Man, I know sometimes when I go to Chipotle, man, and you know, them little teenagers, they be back there working. And sometimes I be like, I forget the name of, and I wouldn't call this avocado dip. I'd be like, oh yeah, and can you put me some, I mean, not avocado, but guacamole. I'd be like, instead of calling this guacamole, I'd be like, can you put some avocado on top of my plate? Or can you put some avocado in a cup? And they'll be looking at me like, avocado? Like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, well, I mean guacamole. Hell. I call it avocado by mistake, but I'm like, don't you know that that's what it's made of? That's what it's mostly made of, is avocados. It's the same thing. But them kids, they be looking at me like, what is he talking about? Avocado dip? Avocado? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the guacamole. It's the same thing. I haven't had Chipotle, man. You know, I usually get Chipotle. At one time, I was getting Chipotle at least probably once a week. But this is my first time eating Chipotle, man. I'm trying to think. Man. Might be a month. Probably at least a month. Probably at least a month. I want to tell you a story about a time I ate at Chipotle. Chipotle is pretty much the same. Chipotle has a pretty simple system, right? Not while I'm pouring. So, Chipotle has a pretty simple system, right? Like, they duplicate it everywhere. How you mess that up, I don't know. But there's one Chipotle. There's only one Chipotle I will tell people not to go to. I wouldn't recommend. And I've been to some Chipotles in different cities and different places where I didn't get the best service. But the one Chipotle I tell you do not go to is a Chipotle at the Atlanta airport. Don't go to that Chipotle, man. Don't go to a Chipotle at the Atlanta airport. It wasn't when I went there. Now, maybe they might have changed. But this was months ago when I went. So maybe they might have they very well could have gotten some new leadership. You know, that could be true. But when I went there, my bowl was soupy, low portions. The girl couldn't check me out. She didn't know how to scan my rewards on the app and check me out. She was holding up the line. But it was just soupy. It was like I got a bowl of soup. My beans were soup. So basically what I think it was, maybe the spoon they were using didn't have holes in it. You know, the spoon supposed to have holes in it when you scoop the beans up so the juice will fall out and you won't be putting juice up in the people's bowl. Well, they must have had a regular spoon. And my whole thing was just soggy. My whole bowl was soggy. And then they couldn't check me out. And I think the girl overcharged me. She didn't charge me right. And that was just the worst experience I had at Chipotle, man. It was the worst. Let me ask you this. Has anybody... Comment below. Has anybody seen a Chipotle with a drive-thru yet? Out here in the suburbs, out here in a suburban area outside Houston, it looked like I saw a new Chipotle that they built, and it looked like the first Chipotle I saw in its own building. They built its own standalone building, and it looked like it had a drive-thru. I would like to ride through the drive-thru just to see how that works. How does that go? How does that work as that? I give them this. Chipotle is a great, innovative company. You know, it would have been... I mean, you could still invest in the company right now if you want to buy some shares, but a couple of years ago would have been the perfect time. Maybe 3 years ago would have been the perfect time to invest in Chipotle stock. I mean, I haven't looked at it in probably a year or so, but last I saw Chipotle, this was sometime last year, the stock was wasn't it at like $800 a share? So it's a good, strong company. But don't get me started on that. I'm going to talk about that. Comment if you want me to, next time I eat Chipotle, if you want me to talk about the company, how the company got started, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, and the strength of Chipotle as a company, because it is a strong company. And I'm going to tell you, I'm full, man. I ate as much as I could, man. I cleared out most of it. I'm full, man. I tell you what, if you still here, you're a real one. I appreciate you hanging with me, being patient with me, man. I really appreciate that, man. So, if you can, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this. Show a friend. Okay? I'll be back with another one. Until next time.